how is business around the world?
Oh, just like in China.
That remembers me a very good quote. The Chinese culture not only belongs to Chinese, but also to the whole world.
And I know some cultural differences between Mexico and China. In total, there are 63 countries that apply death penalty, and China is one of them. The number of execution is a state secret, but it is estimated that thousands of deaths are carried out per year. 25% of crimes may proceed with execution. In Chinese hospitals, it is illegal to tell the sexuality of the babies to future parents. The goal of this rule is to prevent abortions, since many parents still prefer to have boys instead of girls. According to the data, in 2014, Chinese women have 116 boys for every 100 girls.
Shaking hands was not a common form of greetings in China. In fact, people bowed and nodded one to each other to say hello. But now, time has changed, and people can shake hands during a long time. When you see a bunch of people, they might applaud you once or twice, depending on the person. And you can do the same.
Gestures are not verbal communication. Chinese people hate being touched by people who is strange for them. So do not touch, hug, or make any body contact with them. Never put your feet on a desk or in a chair. They consider it rude. For calling or pointing at a Chinese person, you don't need to use your index finger. You need to make this.
When you see a senior person, you have to greet him first, because it's a polite sign. At first, people in China use their family names or given titles till their colleagues or co-workers agree to use their formal name. You may address people as Mr., Mrs., or Miss, and then their family name, but careful. Married women conserve their maiden name. Traditional Chinese families have one name, but this name is divided in two: their family name and their given name. When you want to introduce yourself to a co-worker, you have to use your full title, like Dr. James Smith, CEO of American Corporation.
If you ever visit China, just don't forget that people there might be way just too polite. They might find it hard to say no. Instead, they'll find a way to evade your question. And please, just treat older people with delicacy. Try to help them with small things like opening doors for them, leading them the way, or lending them your seat. Please avoid being disrespectful with other people or being loud. Also, don't take it personally if someone starts asking you too many questions. It's normal for them to ask things that may be considered rude in the Western world. They might ask you things like your marriage, how many kids you have, and maybe your income, what you work, and things like that.
The dressing code, which is very important for business, is being conservative, simple, nothing flashy or fashionable. For business, men should wear a sport coat and ties, and women should use a dress but with not many makeup, and also not being abused of jewelry.
Most Chinese companies host offer a welcome banquet in which you should always arrive on time. Foreign guests must return the favor at the end of their trip, and they must invite everyone they have dealt. One important part of Chinese business entertaining is tea drinking ritual known as Jiongcha, and it is used to establish a good relation with partners during meals or before meetings. Toast will be proposed throughout the meal. The most popular is ganbei, which means bottoms up. If you're invited to a Chinese home, which is unusual, you must be on time and give them a gift.
Given a gift, you need to give it with both hands, and they must not be white because white for them means death, or black because black it's tragedy. For your first meeting, you need to exchange a modest gift, or you will start with a wrong foot in your business.
China. In China, it may be harder to be a woman since it's still a society dominated by males. They might be accepted, but it's still harder for them to progress. But they usually get to take the harsh decisions in business. They also prefer to come along to business meetings, and they don't usually drink or smoke.
All the things we just tell, like not pointing with your index finger, giving gifts to the co-workers, the topics of conversations, and the tea as business entertainment, are some of the most important to have success related with the Chinese business. Thank you very much for your attention, and see you in the next Tech Talk.